My brothers in arms, today is a glorious day. The God Emperor has blessed us with Season 3, Update 6.0, however you want to refer to it, but it's out today and it's fantastic. So we're just going to do a short little video here kind of going through some of the stuff that released today and what's all going to be new to the update. So for starters, we did receive a new champion. It is for the sniper class, and it is also the salamanders, which, as you can see here, looks pretty good. I know some people were disappointed with it being a salamander sniper. However, to my understanding, there is a reason that they did pick the salamanders. I believe in the lore, something to do with the salamanders hunting some sort of creature on their home world and that, and then kind of wearing some of its skin, as you can see here, for display to show their triumph. Honestly, pretty cool looking skin. But also, on the topic of snipers, if you're a fan of the Raven Guard, we also got some stuff for our beaky boys as well. So as you can see over here, the Raven Guard, the new Astartes heraldry released today for them as well. So have plenty of different options here to pick from. If you're a big fan of Raven Guard, you're going to be able to pick your favorite successor chapter, everything like that. Along with this, you will also be able to receive some different armor pieces depending on how you want to unlock it. Most of the stuff in here is going to be anywhere between 30 to 40 points, with the armor pieces themselves being 90. But let's take a look at some of the armor here real quick. So we'll just switch over to the bulwark to make it a little bit easier. But along with some of the stuff from the Raven Guard expansion, there also is some other things that were added as well, that if you don't have the season pass, you will be able to unlock them just by playing the game. Now, I do want to let everyone know that if you don't have the season pass, but you are interested in the Salamander champion or some of the stuff for the Raven Guard, you can purchase that on its own. I believe for the Astartes chapter, it's $5, and then for the champion, you're looking at around $8. So if you don't want to go $30 in, maybe money's a little bit tight, but you still want to be able to rep one of your favorite chapters, you can do that for a much smaller fee. So in terms of helmets, we do have a couple new ones here. I did unlock all of them. I believe there was 2. So we have the Mark 6 Corvus, and then we also have the regular Mark 5 helmet there. As you can see, have a little bit of a beak there, which looks very, very cool. So I believe people will be very happy with that. In terms of some other armor pieces, nothing new was added for the left pauldron. However, if we do look over here, or no, I'm sorry, I believe there was, yes, there was the Mark 6 Corvus piece for the left pauldron. That's really all that you get. It's nothing too bad, but I guess, if you kind of want to get into some of the LARPing there and that, you'll have an extra piece to fit with it. For the right pauldron, we did also receive the Mark 6 Corvus pauldron as well, which looks really cool. And then also we have another reward that you can get for beating the game on its new highest difficulty, Absolution, which we'll be talking about that here in just a little bit. But as you can see, I personally think this is much cooler looking than the Survivor helmet. In order to get this, you're going to have to be 8 operations on absolute difficulty, which I imagine will be a little bit of a challenge. We did also receive some other armor customization items, which, as you can kind of see right here, we have the Inquisition insignia left gauntlet here. Now, these pieces will be available on all the other different classes as well. And that's going to be unlocked through a newer feature that we're going to discuss here very shortly. We also have something for the right gauntlet as well. And then, if I recall, I don't believe there was anything added for the legs. Yep, that looks to be correct. So, as you can see, we got a fair bit of customization going on. So, if you were like me and you were grinding this game out for a little bit and you had a whole bunch of coins and you're a fan of Raven Guard, now's your chance to shine. So along with some of the cosmetic updates, there have been a few other small little things added for quality of life. So for starters, right over here, you have the data refinement. So I think this is actually a really, really cool thing to have. I think people that are maybe newer to the game, or on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, people that have grinded the game out, are going to be able to get a lot of benefits from this. So for starters, what you can do is, let's say maybe you're playing on average, you're trying to go to substantial, but you're just not doing well. Maybe having access to some of the weapons within the purple tier would help you out, or the artificier. As long as you have 3 armory data from the previous level, you can transfer it over into a single artificier, and same thing with relic. So if you are having a hard time kind of getting operations completed on some of those higher difficulties, and maybe it's just a gear issue, you will have a way to progress through and get some of that stuff as well. Also, if you're kind of in my boat in that, where you really don't have a whole lot of use for most of this stuff anymore, and that you can turn it into coins. That's how I was able to go through and max out all my Raven Guard stuff. I just sold off all my master crafted armory data. But this is a nice thing, and like I said, I feel that this is something where people on all ends of the spectrum are going to be able to utilize it, help them progress through the game. Now, another big update that we did get is the data vault here, which I think this is absolutely fabulous. It's a whole brand new room of the Battle Barge. I'll be honest, I really haven't done a whole lot of exploring through here, but looks absolutely beautiful. I hope that they continue to do expansions to the Battle Barge and give this place some life to it. But you do have a new terminal here that's just going to allow you to review all of your different data slates throughout the game. You also have your research center here, which is going to be another way for you to unlock stuff throughout the game. So let's actually take a step back here and look at the ordeal. So these are going to be challenges that you'll be able to complete just by playing the game. As you can see, I've got a fair bit of them myself. Now, what I will say is it's not going to count all of your previous progress. So for example, let's just take a look at it. So eliminate Tyranid warriors. I think just from the amount of videos I've uploaded just onto YouTube, I probably would have hit that just from them. However, it did reset, which is perfectly fine, because it's just another excuse to get the boys together in that and destroy the enemies of the Imperium. But as you unlock them, you'll receive some of these little blue armory points over there. I don't know if that's what they're actually called, but that's what we're going to refer to them as. And then you'll be able to take them over to the research center here, and you'll be able to buy all sorts of different things with them. Essentially what these will do is kind of give you more info on the lore, which for me, as someone who was first introduced to Warhammer through this game, this is a phenomenal way for you to learn more about the universe. There's so much going on with it, and this is a great way to kind of get your feet wet. But you have 4 different sections that you can do, and as you can see up here, every time you hit a certain kind of goal area, you will get a reward. So the first reward is the same for all 4 of them. It's going to be 300 requisition points that you can use towards cosmetics, upgrading weapons, so on and so forth. However, for the second and third goal, you will receive some cosmetic rewards. So currently, I've unlocked the Son of Gilliman. I believe this is just a decal, and it disappeared there. There we go. And then finally, you will have another one, which here we have a weapon skin, the auto bolt rifle. So we do have the Adeptus Astartes, Forces of the Imperium. And as you buy them, it'll show what they are and kind of give you more information on them. Tyranids, and then finally Chaos. And actually something kind of cool here is we're going to be able to get the Thousand Suns icon. So if you're a trader and you want to represent, your Lord and Savior Magnus, you're going to have that option. I don't know why you would want to do that when the Black Templars exist, but I'm not here to argue with the heretics. I'm just happy to see us get more customization items. So that is there as well. Also another skin for the Thunder Hammer. We'll take a look over here. You do have a Tyrannic war veteran. This is a new armor piece as well for the chest. Another little icon there that you can display on your pauldrons. And then for the forces of the Imperium, another icon, and then the arm piece there. So overall, I think it's really cool. I think this is a fun way in that to continue to encourage people to play the game. As you get more rewards, you're going to be able to not only learn more stuff about the lore itself, but you're going to also be able to unlock, some cool cosmetics just from playing the game, which in today's gaming world, that seems like such a far-fetched idea, but I'm happy to see that they brought that style of unlocking back to us here. Finally, the last big thing that we're going to talk about is the new difficulty. So as you can see, there is now a total of 6. You have minimal, average, substantial, ruthless, lethal, and now absolute. So I haven't touched this just yet. I literally just got home from work, went through, unlocked all my stuff for the Raven Guard, and then decided, hey, I'm going to make a quick little video here to get this out to everyone. So I haven't played it yet. I don't know how it plays. Probably going to be running that, I would say, over the weekend with some of my friends in that. So it's probably going to be a good time. We'll probably also be streaming that as well. But as you can see down here, it doesn't look like there's going to be a huge change going from lethal to absolute. It still is going to be a difficulty increase, but you are going to be able to achieve relic data. There will now be up to 3 extremist enemies that can spawn simultaneously. So you could be facing a Ravager, a Lictor, Zoranthropes, all that stuff right at the same time. So it's probably going to be very interesting to deal with. Just like some of the other previous difficulties, your first down is going to inflict a mortal wound. And again, with lethal, every time that you kill a Majoris level enemy or higher, it will drop the respawn time for your teammates. Supply drop rates are also going to be decreased. And again, ammo caches are still going to be limited for each squad member. So just kind of based off this, again, I haven't touched it just yet, so I can't say for sure, but it does look like it's going to be doable. I know there were some concerns floating around out there just because we got lethal not that long ago. I know there's still some people in the community that are struggling with that difficulty. And now we've got an even higher level one being absolute. But again, that's kind of the nice thing. Just play the game however you want. If you're comfortable with average, that's all you want to do. Nothing wrong with that. But if you are looking for more of a challenge, like myself, now we have that option. So along with that, one of the other things I do know is there have been some other quality of life changes. One of the things that I've heard is chaos has kind of been a little rebalanced there, so they should be a little easier to deal with. But we'll kind of have to wait and see on that. But I do know that there will be some more stuff releasing with the next little update, kind of almost like a mid-season update. But yeah, as of right now, that's what we got. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I believe in the next little update that we get, we are going to get another additional PvE mission. But for right now, that's what we were given. And I think it's absolutely fantastic. It was enough to give me a continued reason to want to come back to the grind and, start unlocking stuff over in the data vault. And of course, also the data vault, you will be able to instantly travel there. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Are you happy with this update? What do you like about it? Are there any things that you don't like? I'm interested in hearing all of it. But that's all for this video. As always, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all for taking the time out, but we will catch you next time.